It's crazy to think about how insane the crypto market in the US has become over the last couple months and how things have fully changed. If we go back to November of 2024, just to paint a picture for all of you, the markets boomed in a huge way from November into December and even January. And from there, we took a little bit of a pause, right? We heard the tariff discussions, the trade war, all that kind of stuff. And in between all of that noise, we got this update from the White House, which was titled Modernizing Payments to and from America's Bank Account. Now, if we think about this, right, most people actually didn't even look into this. They didn't really read it much at all. But this was tapping into specialized technology for digitizing paper records costing, the American taxpayers over $657 million a year. Like when we think about this, what technology are they looking at? They are looking at blockchain, DLT, these new technologies that are extremely disruptive and extremely efficient for this specific use case. And when we look at what they were looking at with this technology, we could see a few of the use cases. They fully break it down here, but the main ones that I'm looking at are these ones here. Direct deposits, debit and credit card payments, digital wallets and real-time payment systems, and other modern electronic payment options. This is how they are going to modernize the entire financial system in the US, and crypto is at the forefront of all of this. Now, why am I bringing this back up? This is March of 2025. We are in July, ushering into August. Well, it's because of what we just witnessed from the White House. I do believe that this admin is going to make us very, very rich. This is the beginning phase of it. And even if, we don't get rich this cycle, and I'm talking about filthy rich, over the course of the next 4 to even 8 years, crypto is going to boom like no other. And I'm not saying that we have to wait 4 to 8 years. I'm just saying in that time frame, from now to 2033, we have been given prediction after prediction on tokenized assets. They're in the tens of trillions of dollars. This tells me that crypto is going to continue to boom like no other asset class, and it's going to become a crucial piece of the global financial system. It already has, with stablecoins being 1.1% of the global M2 supply. Now, if we're thinking about that, we go back over here to X, where we see Justin White House says crypto and blockchain technology can revolutionize America's financial system. We have over here from Bo Hines. This was the announcement that on July 30th, we would see that big update from the President's Working Group on Digital Assets. And this is their 180-day report. We got the official update from the White House. The President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets released a report that provides a roadmap to usher in the golden age of crypto. Together, we will make the US the crypto capital of the world. I really do wish that I could play this video. Sadly, it does have music behind it, and we already know how YouTube is. But for the most part, we're looking at the digital asset sector becoming a weapon for the US. And when I say that, I don't mean that they are going to weaponize this market the way they have with the dollar. But what they are doing is they're utilizing this market to become a tech leader, just like they did with the dot-com boom. This is one of the most important times in history to be a part of crypto. Because going forward, this market is going to be 10 times, if not 100 times bigger than where it is currently. And if you think that that's insane to say, well, guess what? The market cap of crypto hit about roughly $4 trillion. 10x from here, 40 trillion. 100x from here, $400 trillion. If that number is shocking, I want you guys to go look at some of the markets that are being tokenized right now and what their value is globally. Real estate alone is $300 plus trillion. Equities is another $100 trillion. When we think about that, that's just $400 trillion right there. We're not even accounting for derivatives or all of the securities transactions out there and names like the DTCC, which are now flipping on chain, that settle almost $4 quadrillion per year. Like I said, this market is going to continue to go up long term. We will have bull and bear cycles, but long term, this market is basically going to be up only, specifically those utility-based projects that have real-world application value tied to them. But on top of this, if we go over here, we have President Trump is strengthening American leadership in crypto with the release of the Digital Assets Report. We have a blueprint that will unleash America's ingenuity. Now, I can go to the link of this. Again, this is playing with music behind it, so I'm not going to play it just because I know YouTube will mute it. But if we go over here to the fact sheet, we have the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets releases recommendations to strengthen American leadership in digital financial technology. This was dated July 30th. This was the report. We have the first quote here. He promised to make America the crypto capital of the world. Today, the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets is releasing a report that provides a roadmap to make that promise a reality. Established by President Trump's Executive Order 14178, strengthening American leadership in digital financial technology, the working group consists of officials throughout the federal government and was tasked with submitting a report that recommends regulatory and legislative proposals to advance the policies established in the order. By implementing these recommendations, policymakers can ensure that the United States leads the blockchain revolution and ushers in the golden age of crypto. I just want to take a quick step back because this is coming from the White House's official website. Again, I want you guys to understand that, we've been talking about crypto. We've been in the crypto space for a very long time now. I can't believe this day is finally here. What do I mean? This is history. We're going to look back on these days and we're going to say that's the day where the White House gave the green light to digital assets and crypto. The fact that this report is coming from the White House should tell you everything you need to know about the environment of crypto in the US. When we look at this, we have the first title, Positioning America as the Leader in Digital Asset Markets. We have Congress build on the massive bipartisan House of Representatives vote for clarity by enacting legislation that eliminates existing gaps in regulatory oversight by providing the CFTC authority to oversee spot markets for non-security digital assets, embraces DeFi technology, and recognizes the potential of integrating such technology into mainstream finance. The SEC and the CFTC use their existing authorities to immediately enable the trading of digital assets at the federal level by providing clarity to market participants on issues such as registration, custody, trading, and record keeping, allow innovative financial products to reach consumers without bureaucratic delays through the use of tools like safe harbors and regulatory sandboxes. And then we have modernizing bank regulation for digital assets. They put a spotlight on Operation Choke Point 2.0, which we already know is a big issue. But here we have relaunched crypto innovation efforts to clarify permissible bank activities in custody, tokenization, stablecoin issuance, and the use of blockchains. Promote transparency regarding the process for institutions to obtain bank charters or reserve bank master accounts. Ensure that bank capital rules are aligned with the actual risk associated with digital assets, not simply the fact of their presence on a distributed ledger. Strengthening the role of the US dollar. Treasury and the banking agencies faithfully and expeditiously implement the Genius Act. Congress take additional action to protect privacy and civil liberties by passing the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act to codify the provisions of the President's executive order banning central bank digital currencies in the United States, combating illicit finance in the digital age. Treasury and the appropriate regulators provide clarity regarding BSA obligations and reporting. Congress reinforces the importance of self-custody and clarify the AML and CFT obligations of actors within the decentralized finance ecosystem. Regulators work to prevent the misuse of authorities to target lawful activities of law-abiding citizens and protect citizens' privacy, and then ensuring fairness and predictability in digital asset taxation. Treasury and the IRS reduce burdens on taxpayers by publishing guidance on topics related to CAMT, wrapping transactions, and de minimis receipts of digital assets. Treasury and the IRS review previously issued guidance on the tax treatment of activities like mining and staking. Congress enact legislation that treats digital assets as a new class of assets subject to modified versions of tax rules applicable to securities or commodities for federal income tax purposes, and add digital assets to the list of assets subject to wash sale rules. This is just a massive update from the White House. it's a bombshell for sure. And in my opinion, it's just crazy that this is, something that we're now witnessing in the US. I mean, times have surely changed. It's crazy because I am looking at some of these posts and I'm thinking the same exact way that James is. He's saying kind of surreal to see this tweet from the US Secretary of the Treasury. And this is from Scott Bessent. And we have crypto, welcome home. Again, this is 1 year ago where we saw Trump at the rally talking about how he wants to make, the US the crypto capital of the world. And again, this has been all one big push on crypto since going back to last summer. The fact that this is coming from an official government account, the US Secretary of the Treasury, this is clear confirmation that a massive amount of capital is going to flood the crypto markets. And Stuart Alderati from Ripple put this perfectly. Comprehensive, helpful, and direct. The White House's Digital Assets Report released this afternoon pushes Congress and the U.S. federal agencies to act immediately following the passing of the Genius Act, from callouts in support of the Clarity Act, and to establish crypto market structure rules, to strengthening consumer protections and enhancing national security measures. There's a lot in this 160-page report that provides a blueprint for action. The most pro-crypto administration we've ever seen. And I don't care if you support Trump or not, it's extremely clear that this administration is pro-crypto in every single way possible. I think now is probably one of the best times to be invested into projects like XRP. Why? Because when we think about this report, here we have from, Paul Atkins, this is the full breakdown of how this technology is extremely transformative and how we must unleash the transformative potential of digital asset technology, safeguard our financial stability, and protect investors. This is crazy coming from the SEC, but within this statement from Paul Atkins, and big shout out to Chad Steingraber for this, the entire world running on the backbone of American technology. Here we have, and let me just open this up in a new tab so everyone can see it. Let me zoom in. The president said last week that he wants the entire world running on the backbone of American technology. Indeed, America must do more than keep pace with the crypto asset revolution. We must lead it. I stand ready to help get the job done. This is from the SEC. Now, what's crazy about this is think about those American-made, projects in this space. XRP is technically considered this. HBAR, XLM, Ondo. Guys, Ripple, an American-based blockchain company, has been disrupting the status quo for well over a decade. They have been making so many massive moves. They have been networking, connecting. They have been meeting with the big names out there. They have built such an incredible infrastructure for this new world of finance. And now we're hearing from this admin that the entire world running on the backbone of American technology. That's what he wants to see. This American technology is blockchain, DLT, even AI, which we already know AI needs blockchain. We've talked about it on multiple occasions. This is a historical moment for crypto. This is extremely bullish. This is why I keep saying that this admin is going to make us extremely rich. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.